everyone, and I thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another episode of My Orchid Adventures with me, Maria Young. So in this episode, we're going to do some exciting updates for you about my fertilizer tea bags. If you guys remember that video, I showed you that I was going to use a new method. And if you missed that video, you can click on the link right here and it'll take you directly there. So some exciting, spectacular news for my garden outdoors, because I did decide to use that method and I want to show that to you and share it with you now. So if we take a quick little stroll into my garden, you definitely are going to notice some new additions. You're going to notice some tea bags that I made, some that I purchased, and also just hanging all around. And some tea bags I opted to put right into the container itself. So what are the results of all of these fertilizer tea bags? And if you guys have been following me, you guys know I just did a video featuring all of my blooms. I have to admit, it's been a record number year in the regards of all that has come into bloom, and it looks like the blooming party is not going to stop anytime soon. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what spectacular things are going on now. And if we take a look right here, this spectacular Mimi Palmer cross, this Cindy Banks build choice, has come into full bloom. So spectacular is her pattern and definitely her fragrance as well. And coming center stage is this purple beauty right here, also in full bloom. This is a UFO, an unidentified yet still very fabulous orchid in bloom. And contained within this shell right here is this miniature fulcata. And as you can see, it's little miniature spike coming right along. And here's one that was in bloom about 2 months ago. And if we take a peek right here, you will see that it's in spike again. And here's a Vanda denisoniana crossed with a Madame Kenny crossed with a tessellata. And if we take a look right here as well, look at that adorable spike. And here we have my Denisoniana cross with an Insignis, and if we take a closer look, you will also see that she is in spike again, because she was in spike last month. So indeed, she is quite a prolific spiker. And will you take a look at this very beautiful lime green and yellow Vanda right here? This is the Vanda Moats Honey Bun. And indeed, it is so very beautiful and so sweet. And do you guys remember my odorata right here? Well, she is giving off quite a surprise. I want to show you guys. Do you see all of those spikes? She actually has 4 spikes coming. So indeed, she is quite a spiker, and I'm so excited to see her bloom. And right here is a fulcata cross, and take a look. Yeah, she's also in spike. And this one right here is quite a wonderful cross. This is a Marillac cross with a Louisvilliers. And indeed, this will have such a long and beautiful spike with such fragrant blossoms. And if we take a look at that, look at there. Yes, she's a spiker also. And this right here is my orange spotted Mocara. And you see it, she is in spike. And this right here is the tessellata. This is the India variety that I showed you last month. And last month, she was in bloom. And guess what? This month, she is in bloom again. That's right. Oh my gosh. In bloom again. I didn't say in spike. I said in bloom. Can you believe how fast that the spike and the blossoms develop and then bloom so quickly? Just quite incredible. And it indeed gives a whole new meaning to what a prolific bloomer is. And here's another UFO, and let's take a look. Yep, she's spiking as well. And this is my Vanda Terit, and as you can see, it is coming into spike. And you've already got to know that this is my absolute pride and joy right here. What a gigantic beauty. The spike on this Renanthera is just so absolutely magnificent with the fire engine red blooms right here. So rich in its color, so beautiful in its form and in its shape. Indeed, the Renanthera is quite a spectacular exotic blooming orchid. Again, folks, this year has been a record amount of spikes and blooms. And you know what? We're still in the springtime. We haven't even come into the summer yet. So indeed, you guys have to stay tuned for more because I have so many orchids coming into spike, such as my bulbophyllums, some species phals, some cattleyas. Yeah, oh my, so many blooms in store. Definitely stay tuned for more. So as you guys can see, folks, my Vandaceous orchids are alive and well and definitely very, very healthy and blooming like they have never bloomed before. I have never had so many spikes or blooms come from my Vandas, and I have to say I do believe I can attribute it to these miraculous fertilizer tea bags right here. And that brings us to the end of this update of our orchid fertilizing tea bag method. And I'm so hoping that you guys can see exactly how much of a benefit it can be to be open-minded and experimental to new and different methods. Because I have to admit, if I had never tried this method out, I would have never known exactly how beneficial, how wonderful and spectacular the results would be for me. And as you can see, it is quite spectacular. So I am so hoping that in your adventure you guys will be open-minded and willing to discover new and different things as well. Now, if you want to share with us some methods that you used or what you guys think about the method that I use, please be sure to share your comments below. I sure do love hearing from you guys. And if you guys like this video, of which I hope you did, please be sure to give it a green thumbs up. And if you want to stay tuned to my latest and greatest orchid adventures, please be sure to subscribe. And you guys already know I am on Facebook as well, and I would love for you to join me there. Join me on my orchid adventures right on Facebook. And if you guys want to write me a letter or perhaps send me something, you guys can do that as well, and you can do it at the address below. That's it, folks, and you guys already know that I truly do love and appreciate you guys so much. Mwah!